Vistara, it's now time for you to call Sam Chui to create a nice and juicy fake review.
We're gonna sing a song for all our passengers.
1, 2, 3, I'll be there.
In the past year, I've tried every single product of Vistara, whether on the Boeing 787 Dreamliner on a long-haul flight or the Airbus A321 Neo on a short domestic hop. I had a handful of fantastic average flights, but also some really bad ones. Vistara itself was never really the game changer the Indian people hoped to see and mostly benefited of the terrible performance of their competitors. With Air India's being returned to the Tata Group and the merger of those two brands, the days of Vistara are unfortunately numbered. However, having to choose between Sri Lankan Airlines or Vistara, I would always opt for the Indian option to fly from Colombo to Delhi with a short stop in Mumbai. Let's go! So, and here we are, all checked in for another Vistara adventure. Vistara is currently operating 4 times a week between Colombo and Mumbai, sending their latest hardware, the Airbus A320 Neo, which is also the backbone of their fleet, with 46 planes in total and 6 more of order, who eventually will merge into the Air India fleet as well. We boarded on time and I was welcomed with a huge smile by the cabin crew. Vistara features 8 seats in a 2-2 configuration in business class. They also offer a premium economy cabin on all their flights, something you don't get to see very often on a narrow-body plane. At my seat was a blanket, a pillow, and shortly after I was served a welcome drink by the crew. I was also given a hot towel before we pushed back for our departure.
Together with me, the cabin today are Anjali, Mani, Kashish, and Kandu. We are here for your safety and service.
Each seat comes with a generous recline and a universal power outlet. We also then made our way to the runway for an absolute on-time departure. Very well done, Vistara.
Our flight today UK 132 is to Mumbai. Captain in command today is Parikshit Joshi, second in command Anil Sarkar.
We climbed out of Colombo and traveled along the coast heading north towards India. I had a quick look at the menu as well, and from my past flights I knew that Vistara has one of the best catering of all Indian airlines. Alone on this flight they offered 4 different choices, from salmon teriyaki to a nice Indian curry and even a vegetarian option. You were definitely spoiled by choice. Also, alcoholic beverages were on offer. On top of that, Vistara also offers Starbucks coffee on its flights. Nuts were served, and I also had a look at the in-flight entertainment, which you can stream to your personal device by simply connecting to the onboard Wi-Fi. You can watch plenty of movies and can also check out the in-flight map.
So what would you like to have for lunch?
Do you get the salmon? Yeah.
And no beverages, some alcohol.
I just have a coffee after. So guys, and here we are. Welcome on board Vistara's business class, 8 seats. As I said, very lovely crew, very proactive crew, very kind, with a huge smile on their face. That's what we want, right? And yeah, they just took the lunch order. There is obviously Indian option and Western option. I go for the Western one. Not a huge fan of curry, to be honest. I do apologize to my Indian followers, but yeah, so gonna have the salmon, and yeah, then we're gonna have a little review, I guess, and yeah, let's see how it goes. I was then served my lunch and I went for the salmon teriyaki, and it was outstanding. Probably one of the best airplanes meals I had in a very long time. Fresh, not too dry, and rich in flavors. Once I finished the main, it was time for dessert, and I was served a beautiful lemon tart which tasted just as good, especially in combination with some solid Starbucks coffee. Overall, the service was quick and efficient, and something you would expect from an airline that praises itself as the very best India has to offer.
So here we are, in case you're wondering what the loo looks like on Vistara. Fresh and clean flight so far, spotless, perfect, very proactive crew. They're trying very hard, like that. Food was sensational. That salmon was really, really good. Really loved it. So was the dessert, Starbucks coffee. Really is so far a great experience. Love it.
We then landed at Mumbai International Airport on time. Fun fact, Mumbai Airport is the second busiest single runway airport in the world after London Gatwick. Before the pandemic, the airport would handle roughly 50 million passengers a year. Also, while taxiing to our gate, we passed by the mighty queen of the skies, Air India's 747, which has been parked there for a few years now. I really wonder what's going to happen to them since they weren't sold to Tata when they took over the airline. If you have any clues what's going to happen to them, please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
It was then time to say goodbye to my lovely crew, pass immigration, and check in for my onward flight to Delhi, this time in economy class.
So guys, and here we are. Welcome to Mumbai. Not Mumbai, not Bombay, because I used to mix it up. I used to say Mumbai. Anyways, excellent flight, great crew, lovely crew, and genuinely hardworking, proactive crew. That's what we want. I enjoyed it, and the food was incredible. It was amazing. Now we're gonna pick up my bag. I hope it made it to India, and then we're gonna continue to Delhi or Vistara in economy class. Alright, easy transfer from international to domestic, and now here we are at one of the most beautiful airports in the world, Mumbai International Terminal number 2.
I made my way to the check-in counter and I faced probably one of the rudest and unfriendliest check-in stuff, but as has always been the case with Vistara. The ground staff is extremely annoyed and unhelpful most of the time. But it isn't solely a Vistara problem, but an India problem. Most check-in experiences are a nightmare, but I also understand them because the amount of bullshit they have to deal with on a daily basis in India is unmatched. And trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, let's head to the gate.
So all checked in for the second flight. One of the rudest check-in agent I had in a while, but we won't let this ruin our Vistara experience today. It's going to be good. We can do this. So also there in the far back we have 5 Jet Airways, looks like 777s and 330s, and literally yesterday the CEO of Jet Airways, Sanjeev Kapoor, the former CFO, I think, of Vistara, who had a go at me in 2019. That's the guy who unfollowed me after I posted a bad review about Vistara. He just resigned as a CEO of Jet Airways yesterday. To my Indian followers, do you think they will ever come back? Following the news, it doesn't look like it at all. I mean, last year it looked very promising. There was this 320 appearing out of nowhere with a Jet Airways livery, and everybody was like, yes, we'll be taking off very soon. They hired crew, they had an acceptance flight, they got their license, all that kind of stuff. And then bomb. By the end of last year, they dropped the bomb. And here we are. Personally, I don't think they ever going to be airborne again. But let me know what you think about the whole Jet Airways saga in the comment section below.
It was then time to board my second flight of the day, and this time once again on the Airbus A320 Neo. I also bumped into my crew from my previous flight, which were dead heading back to Delhi. And guess what? Instead of slouching in their seat and looking all unprofessional and making the airline look bad, as on my previous flight with Vistara back then on the Airbus 321, they actively helped the current crew with the boarding process. I'm glad Vistara is watching my videos and that it helped them to improve their crew's deadheading behavior.
How are you? Are you working or are you deadheaded?
We're deadheading back.
But welcome on board Vistara's economy class on a domestic flight featuring 126 seats in a traditional 3-3 configuration. Every seat comes with a USB slot and a phone holder. You can, as on my previous flight, access the in-flight entertainment to the Wi-Fi function. Interesting fact, with roughly 50,000 flights a year, the Delhi-Mumbai sector is the third busiest route in the world. The Melbourne-Sydney sector with 60,000 flights and Jeju to Seoul with 65,000 movements are a little busier. But now let's head to the runway for a little delayed departure. As we climbed out of Mumbai, I would love for you guys to check out my social media channels in the description box below. Give me a follow on Instagram to keep up with my latest flights and upcoming adventures. See you over there. Once we reached cruising altitude, the crew got to work and every passenger is getting a hot meal, something you don't get to see very often in Indian airspace, especially on a domestic flight. The meal was once again great in quality and the crew did a fantastic job serving a full flight on a short domestic hop. It will be very interesting to see how the merger between Vistara and Air India will look like in practice, bringing both airlines together in a shared vision. My recent flight on Air India made me very hopeful that this could turn into a great airline with an excellent hard product as well as a soft product. So what do you think? How will it look like? Let me know in the comment section below.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Once we touched down in Delhi, I made my way to the baggage claim to get myself a taxi to Aerocity, by far one of my favorite places in Delhi, hosting some of the best hotels in the country and a bit of an oasis of Western life if you want to escape the madness and culture shock of Indian mega cities. Also, its connectivity to the airport is very convenient if you happen to have a transit. 208 here at the A-Loft in Aerocity. I love Aerocity, so many good memories. Quite interesting, David from Simply Aviation, he's staying here tonight as well. And what a coincidence, right? And we're gonna have a beer right after I'm done with this review. And yes, here we are. This is what the A-Loft looks like. 2 nights away from my Marriott Bonvoy Gold status. But yeah, lovely flight, great crew, food was amazing, everything was just perfect. It was the perfect Vistara flight. Credit where credit is due, they did a really good job. Perhaps that was my last Vistara flight, we never know. I don't know exactly when they're merging, but probably sometime next year. And they're merging with Air India, which I'll be flying tomorrow in business class from here to Tel Aviv, Israel. And if you want to see this, subscribe right now. If you want to support my work or have early access to my videos, join my WhatsApp group or get this really cool Cahill keyring. There we go. Looks pretty cool on your carry-on. Then check out the link of my Patreon. So your support would be highly appreciated. and you get some really cool extra perks. Anyways, I'm gonna have a beer now with David from Simply Aviation. Let's see what he's up to. And yeah, guys, I hope you liked the video. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of today's flight and wherever you're off to. Have a safe trip.